Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Alrighty. See, no one's in chat at the moment, or at least welcome Ramash. Alright, we are about to begin. Welcome Kratic.
Hey.
Alrighty. Let me open up. Let's see, where are we? We're currently at part 6. Let's see, where is part 6? There is part 6. Okay. Okay, so here's where we are right now. The battle in the bamboo forest. I get my bearings. Battle, let's see.
Forest, a giant mess.
Okay. Ah, shoot. I gotta remember, this one reads left to right, and I was working on a comic that reads right to left. Shoot. I gotta get my bearings back.
What, you mean Virgin Killer Club?
Yep. To keep that authentic manga feel, I'm writing it right to left, and now I gotta switch back to left to right, so I'm gonna get very busy working on both those comics at the same time. Though, unlike Virgin Killer Club, I can, I'll have to work on all the Walfas stuff after I'm done writing it. Whereas with Virgin Killer Club, I already have the script ready. And welcome, Xavier. Or should be Xavier. Otherwise, it's another Reimu. Okay. And I have the little script thing that I wrote over here. Let's see, where am I right now? Okay, we're at the go, go, go part. Okay, now this is going to be purely action, just a matter of pacing it out so that it actually tells a story instead of being just wanton destruction. I only get the appropriate music. The intro theme was the remix of Little Princess by Daydream Workshop, and let's see. Yep, yeah, it's a biggin. There we go.
Hey Spaz, people in the chat know what program you're using.
Kamipo. It's a It goes on sale periodically. Normally it's like 50 bucks, but you can get it for as low as like $10 if you get it on sale. And if I can find, let me get an example of like what Kamipo can do real quick. So let's see, through a hail of Danmaku. I have a proof of concept comic I'm working on. Let's see. Like, here's something else I'm working on that'll give you an idea of what kind of Walfas comics you can make. This is unfinished. But you can have 3D backgrounds and layer stuff. And heck, see that desk with the money on it and the sign? I was able to 3D make it, so you can like actually like make like 3D primitives and stuff. And even the money. Let's see if I can. Where's the money? Okay, yeah, you can even like rotate 3D objects and stuff. And welcome, Biz.
It gives a pretty good illusion of 2D as well.
Yep. In case you guys don't know the reference, this is a reference to Being John Malkovich.
Nice.
It's my head, sweet. It's my head. Yeah, let me show you the script. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, so here it is. Being Sumireiko Usami, or Sumireiko's final Antimonio Common Flowers battle in a nutshell. So, spoilers. So the character is all in line for something. It says, new Toho game. Line starts here. Sumireiko. Excuse me, what kind of Toho game is this? You get to perfectly possess Sumireiko Usami for 15 minutes, then it spits you out the human village canals. 2,500 yen.
The human village canals? Wow.
Then Sumireiko shoves her way through the line. Hey, no cutting! Hey! Doremi. Everyone settle down, everyone gets a turn. Oh, it's you, the real Sumireiko Usami. What the hell is going on? Well, let me explain. My name is Doremi Sweet, and we run a business that simulates the experience of being you. Loading next page. Simulate? What does that exactly even mean? Well, it's kind of hard to describe. I want to do it then. Well, I'm sure it must pale in comparison to the real thing, and Tenchi is currently, I want to do it! Well, of course, right this way, Miss Usami. Compliments of the house. See, Doremi and Racing take Sumireiko to a door labeled AOCF. She turns the knob, opens up to a long hallway. Sumireiko, jeez. Sumireiko walks in the door. Doremi looks shocked. Doremi, what happens when somebody perfectly possesses herself? We'll see. Sumireiko looks around the black hallway, confused. Door slams behind Sumireiko, screams as she falls into the darkness, zooms into something, and it's a first-person shot of a dinner plate. Sumireiko, looking down at the dinner plate, looks up, and it's a man with Sumireiko's head sitting across from her. Sumireiko, 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 Sumireiko. Let's see, waiter, let's see, and looks around, there's a couple, like, going, Sumireiko, Sumireiko. And people in business suits like, Sumireiko, haha, Sumireiko. Waiter arrives. Sumireiko, 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 Sumireiko. Person.
What is this, Tohomon?
What was that?
What is this, Tohomon?
Pretty much.
Oh.
And the date's looking down at the menu, Sumireiko. Meanwhile, the real Sumireiko's in shock. The waiter's like, Sumireiko, Sumireiko. Looks at the menu. All the food is labeled Sumireiko with a 15% suggestion for a Sumireiko. Sumireiko! Ah, Sumireiko writes it down. Sumireiko looks around. Everyone has a Sumireiko head. Tries to run off, bumps into someone who's like, Sumireiko! Sees a singer on a piano going, Sumireiko, Sumireiko! And it, like, pushes past all the Sumireiko clones. Falls into, Sumireiko and Tenchi fall through a portal onto the human village turnpike. They slam into the ground. Doremi. So, how was it? Tenchi. It was amazing this time! Sumireiko. That was no simulation! Let's see. Now, these are frames I do have. I have been to the dark side. I have seen a world that no man should see. Really, for most people, it's a rather pleasant experience. That portal is mine, and it must be sealed forever for the love of God. Man, with all due respect, the dream world's my livelihood. Do you understand? It's my head, sweet! It's my head! I will see you in court! Oh yeah? Well, what makes you think I won't be seeing what you'll be seeing in court? Walks off, Seija flies by. Hey, Sumireko, think fast! Whacks her with a can.
I had another head reference I could make, but I just got lost in that.
Just look up Bing John Malkovich clips and you'll find the scene that I'm reproducing. Alright. Okay, so... Okay. Let's see. Everyone's dodge. Move away. Amanojaku proves too strong for them.
Sup?
Yo yo.
Greetings.
Hey, Shad.
Well, what's up is live stream. As for the rest of us, I suppose we're just doing our own things.
Okay. Now let me just pull up the double dealing character dialogue. I draw a lot of inspiration on the what she says. I think the B route gives her more clear-headed in that one.
Yeah, indeed. They kind of lose sense of themselves a little bit, mostly Marissa and Sakia,
Yep.
the A routes. It's kind of crazy how Reimu is the only one that kind of keeps the level head. Of course, she's still affected, but it's a great story dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
What are you munching on? Asked Reimu Akare.
Fiery habanero lays.
I was about to say, it's the power of Nip Nip.
Hmm.
I just got done having some lace stacks, too.
Perfect timing.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, here's a part I can't wait to do. With the whole Sakia telling her that she does the Wolfman impression from Kaibatsu-kun. Hmm. Okay, let me rewind a little bit and see what dialogue I've used so far. Ah, it's the HDF. Come in, HDF.
Yeah?
I'm streaming.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
I see.
HTF.
So, how goes the stream?
This says hi. Going fine. I just started.
Oh, okay. That's cool then.
Ooh, have a habanero Lay's.
How do they taste?
Like habanero, and they're good.
See.
I like habanero.
This says he likes habanero. And I need to invest in some regular speakers. Okay, here we are. Here's where they first meet. Where throughout the comic so far... Oh, Xavier says you're a nerd, HDF.
Oh, why is that?
What?
You said you got me some, Spaz.
Oh, have the rest. I already had half the bag.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so far in the comic, Reimu's wand's been beating the crap out of every yokai, and this time, Kagero finally knocks it away. And, of course, every time... Let's see. Xavier says you're always a nerd!
What? What?
And he's smiling about it, certainly.
And he says, thanks, Xavier, you're the best. Alright, and every time the characters say, have you come to exterminate me, they strike their in-game character pose.
Oh my gosh, perfect.
Let's see. What's with you, yokai? Do you want to be exterminated? Indeed, this is the third time you've heard this tonight. Is that what this looks like to you? How sad. I think everyone's a little happy. Happy? The yokai's day in the sun, so to speak, has come at last. A chance for the weak and forgotten to act independently. And for someone who describes herself as a pro yokai hunter, I doubt that you've ever faced independent yokai like us. You really think I have time to hunt down every yokai not causing problems? I'm here because you know something about the rebellion. Because in the last chapter, apparently, they lead her to Kagero, so all the stages are linked this time.
It's the grassroots yokai network, yeah.
And I already have it written down on my little scratch pad. Let's see, later on with the whole cutaway to Saki addresses Wolfman from Kaibatsuku and then cut back and everyone looks shocked and Marissa stifles a laugh. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I could have sworn I used the line, oh, I wasn't even supposed to be out here tonight. Let's see.
Ramesh says, also I swear I've heard Reimu's Gohei get called Amigo Stick somewhere in the script.
Oh yeah.
Gohei is kind of the technical term, but Purification Rod also works, and, you know, all the run-of-the-mill things.
Oh yeah, she does say Miko Stick at one point, when they're about to kill Seija, but then they decides not to. Come on, Reimu, give me that Miko Stick and I'll do it.
Marissa.
Oh yeah, and the epilogue, where Moko's like, let's see. I know if I stick around a second longer, I'm gonna get dragged into that occult ball nonsense, so I'm getting out while the getting's good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got some meditation to catch up on. So, nice seeing you, Kane. Renosuke walks off. Renosuke. She's totally gonna get involved in that occult ball incident, isn't she? Kane. Yeah. Okay, up next is when Marissa burns the forest down.
I love how you introduced that so casually. Oh, Marissa.
Oh yeah, it's just a forest. Nothing to worry about. That happens on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, I just got done reading the Grimoire of Marissa again for fun. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. Oh my gosh. The Grimoire of Marissa is great. You all should check it out if you haven't.
As Zoom said, it's basically, what if Marissa did a Let's Play?
Yeah, exactly. And it was her commentary on all the spell cards.
Hey everyone, this is Marissa. I'm gonna be fighting, let's see. I'm gonna be fighting Flanders Scarlet. Let's do this shit.
Oh.
She'll probably get a critical hit. Oh my goodness, yeah. Looking at all of the pages.
This is critical. I'm playing Toho 10. Let's do this shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm doing
done
lunatic.
for that.
Ain't no time for ain't no time for shit. Or whatever.
And the poem of the ages. Hina's apparently Sailor Moon. Oh my god.
Yeah, and he plays it all while not focusing.
Yeah, he's and I love how he said at the start of the video, I know the controls.
I know the controls, except the shift button.
It's really impressive how far he made it though.
Yeah. The enemy is deploying rice.
Attempting to dodge rice.
Hey everyone, this is Marissa. I'm gonna be fighting. What's your name? The Magic Stones. Yeah, the Magic Stones. Sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Well, actually, that's just our collective name. My name is Steve. Steve the Magic Stone.
Okay, it's 200% canon. He's called Steve, the one in the center.
And this is Keith. Hey guys, how's it going? And the one at the end doesn't have a name, just because he's just a stone.
That shoots bullets, apparently.
Alright, looks like I'll be fighting the Magical Stone Steve. Do you got a last name? Austin.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, he's cold to the touch. We should come up with a nickname for him.
I was waiting for something like that. Oh my gosh.
Let's see, I'm trying to... I usually use templates to figure out what page I'm going to do next. And generally, the templates all divide the pages like how you'd normally do them, so it's actually pretty easy, but let's see. Okay, and see, she's too strong and she's surrounded. What do we do? Let's see.
My favorite quote from the critical video is,
This broadcast is brought to you by our friends over at House Wellness. Remember, if your house smells like shit, well, move the fuck out of that house.
Yep, your house smells like shit. Well, move the fuck out of that house.
It's like an eagle flapping its wings, but shooting 50 caliber rounds while doing so. Oh man. So much quotable dialogue, I love it. Sounds like a sponsor, by the way. Your stream would have Spaz. Telling people to move the frick out of that house.
And also, folks, if you want to see what the double-dealing character, a proof of concept of what double-dealing character would look like, here is some of the shots. I'm still working on the backgrounds. I'm going to make all the background stuff separately, but this should give you an idea of what to expect. Like, first I post the things with the little script things as you've seen. Then here it is without the backgrounds. So I Walfas all the characters on a blank background and make them into PNG images using RSG's PNG exporter. So then we have like a full thingy right here. Then we had backgrounds and color correction, and it looks like a for real page. Especially love Kogasa on the ground, like in that pose, just busting a gut laughing. Stop, it's not funny. Okay, and of course a scene from the ending. There's multiple endings where I have planned where, depending on audience vote and depending on how I feel, they give what is Sage's motivation for causing the incident.
Yeah, I saw your poll, and honestly, it is so hard to pick an answer because all of them sound riveting enough for their own reasons.
Yep. Though I think, just to be safe, I will probably myself go with the, we'll never know, because nothing can peer into the mind of an Amanojaku.
I mean, that was like my first choice, honestly, because I like the ambiguity like that. Honestly, though, the rest of the choices kind of would have been all sound riveting to hear as well.
Yep. Actually, heck, I could probably run through them real quick.
Make alternate endings and such.
Yep, so here we go. See, here's the one that I chose. So it's after the big fight, and Reimu goes to Yukari. Everyone's gathered around because it's after the whole impossible spell card subplot. Let's see, and Kaede says, how much custom content are you using? I'm going to be using a crap load of custom content for this. In fact, I'm going to actually be spending like a month or two just gathering backgrounds and stuff, and getting back sprites for all the characters.
Actually, Spaz, I have a good compilation of backgrounds I just have from browsing DeviantArt, and I always label it by the artists that do it, so would you like that?
Sure. Like, after the stream, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. It would be kind of a bad idea to
Hello?
have you down something
Howdy.
that big for a while.
I heard writing things are happening here.
Hey,
Davis,
Hey,
and,
Nora.
say, I thought I heard someone else. Oh, or was Shad, right?
Shed's been here.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's been here for a while, and someone else just came.
Hi.
Oh, it's a cat.
Okay,
Hey,
sorry.
Noah. Hello.
I
Yo.
predicted you were coming somehow.
I'm mostly going to be quietly. Oh,
And
I
we
heard
go.
it was. I heard it was about writing this time.
Yep.
Well, sort of. I have the little scratch pad, but I might need some, like, feedback and stuff on whether, like, it sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
alright. I'm going to be quietly working on Rainbow Dragon in the background, so call me by name if you need something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rainbow Dragon.
So continue on.
Alright. I was gonna give a quick rundown of the different endings. So, let's see. Ending
Spoiler.
A, the one that I picked. All the characters have surrounded Yukari, and Rainbow asks, "Why? Why'd you do this? Was it?" Let's see. I can't see it behind the little thing. Did she really think Insokyo was corrupt, or was it a ploy to cause chaos, or did she even know she was lying? Just why was Seija causing this incident? And Yukari responds, "I'm afraid that is a question that has no answer. Even after all I've seen across the ageless eons, the Amanojaku are an eternal mystery even to me. Who knows if they do what they do out of boredom, or by accident, or because they really are evil, or if they're just delusional. Not even a Satori can read their minds without going mad. The only thing predictable about them is that they live to cause chaos." Ending number 2. My dear Reimu, you don't seem to understand. Seija is an Amanojaku, and that's simply what they do. Every Amanojaku lives to create...
Amanojaku. It's just what they do. Ah.
And if you want to save 50% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico,
God
God dang it.
Amanojaku insurance, right?
Every Amanojaku lives to create chaos, where whenever they see order, they create disorder. When they see peace, they cause unrest. Their lies and contradictions are only to sow seeds of doubt and give impression of impression of misguided altruism where it doesn't exist. Their actions are truly predictable because causing chaos is all they know. And on the flip side of the coin, sadly, your assessment is correct. The tragedy of it all was Seija truly wanted to save Gensokyo, but being an Amanojaku was completely unaware of her own hypocrisy. She truly believed that she was an anti-hero who would save Gensokyo from the hypocritical villains, but as an Amanojaku was completely unaware of the chaos she was creating. She only blamed us because she could not comprehend herself doing any wrong. Then we have this ending. I'm afraid this is yet another loop in an endless cycle of revenge against those stronger than Seija. A cycle that repeats itself every few hundred centuries. The same cycle that killed Uriko Hime, which is actually one of the most famous stories involving an Amanojaku, which actually gets incorporated into the story.
Cool.
And the same that ruined the Inchlings. Every time Seija tries to gain power, gets stopped by the heroes of the era, she stews in her anger until she can get revenge, and the cycle repeats again and again. In a way, this is her ultimate personal damnation. Seija lives in a Mobius strip of revenge and pain that feeds itself eternally with no hope of escape. And then we have the Seija's just an asshole ending. I think you might be overthinking this. Seija just wanted to cause chaos for the sheer thrill of it. Amanojaku are twisted yokai that get a thrill off causing chaos. Seeing this land tear itself apart brought her a sick joy. She did what she did because nothing makes an Amanojaku happier than seeing others suffer. Although most beings have more complicated motivations, there are exceptions, and we've just seen one. Let's see. Then we have the Seija actually literally wanted to rule Gensokyo ending. Because Seija believed her rule would really make Gensokyo a better place, if only for herself. Amanojaku believed the opposite of whatever anyone else does, so it is only natural that an Amanojaku would see Gensokyo, a paradise for yokai and magicians, as corrupt. To her, balance is chaos, and chaos is balance. Obviously, nobody would ever live under such a chaotic rule, so we rebelled right back. And those are the ending choices. Now back to the writing. Okay.
I like the
I'm gonna
serious
choose.
one and the jerk one, but go ahead, Tab.
I choose ending Z. It's all Decade's fault.
The what?
Nice. By the way,
that is my mandatory Toku joke. I'm going back to writing now.
Okay.
by the way, Spaz,
Yes.
you have a term you can probably use that somebody came up with in the chat here. Paid spazvertite.
Paid spazvertisement.
I was checking who it was. Ramash, good. Great one. Hey Spaz.
Yes.
You should get a sponsorship from Almost Pizza from Pfizer.
It's not delivery, and it's not exactly pizza either. But is it food? Hurry up, eat it before it gets cold. No, in fact, I think it's getting hotter.
What is this, Carol?
Just eat it.
Heck, no!
Ooh, is that pizza? Don't touch it. Falls on the floor, shatters like glass. What the fuck? Reforms itself and starts crawling away.
I never said it was pizza.
Spaz.
Yes.
Since I'm probably going to be doing Chapter 2 in like 2 hours, do you still want to read what I have of Rainbow Dragon so far?
Well, yes. I'm just lazy.
That was pretty close.
Heck, I've been...
Yes, it's you.
That's alright. That's why I wired several volts of electricity to you every time you slack off on something.
That explains what that itching sensation was.
In hindsight,
Yeah.
Esper-powered tasers are not a good idea.
Esper-powered tasers are not a good idea.
Maybe the spray bottle would work better. Who knows?
You guys got me giggling so much.
You're always giggling.
True. You have a point.
When do I never have a point?
Alright, time for Marissa to start some fires. Mini Hakero, you will not go unused tonight!
Wink, wink.
Oh my.
please.
It's not phallic enough. It's not phallic.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna love the part where they find out that the weapons are possessing them. Where, let's see. Where Marissa's like, oh, I don't know what came over me. Picks up the Hakero. No, it's burned stuff! Wait, Sakia, pick up that knife. Do you feel any different? Cut back. She's got her knife up to Marissa's throat. Maybe.
Imagine
Good job.
Imagine if the weapons actually had personalities of their own. And, like, dialogue. I could see it happening, honestly. Like the Gohei drawing some in the dirt.
I really wish Yomu was in this.
She actually is.
Uh-huh.
And, like, she actually helps scout ahead with a camera attached to her Mion. And, Yuyiko's like, I call it Lady Yuyiko don't, the Mion drone!
No, I mean the actual incident, because Rokan can become coming to life just seems so fitting.
Oh, okay.
Now I wish I had that character custom done, but whatever.
I could probably do something with it because all the characters are going to be involved. Like, if they were in Impossible Spell Card, or at least even related to it, they will get a cameo.
Mm-hmm. I believe Yomu does. I'll have to check that.
Oh, damn.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Marissa fires Harakero, burning everything around her.
Yokai Hunter!
So, panel... Rotate.
Yeah, Yomu Kenpaku does appear, day 7 as a boss. Along with Sane, Sakia, Marissa, and, you know, the rest of them.
The rest of them. Cooked gassed meat. Well.
Oh yeah, and in case the people on the stream haven't seen it yet, this is what the Danmaku battles are going to look like.
Oh, baby.
I saw a couple of your preview screenshots. There's so much everything everywhere. You know, just like Toho.
In the
I love how...
Oh, how what?
Go on. Go on. You say your thing first, and I'll say mine.
Alright, I was gonna say, in the words of, I think, Ricky Gervais, or whoever that British comedian is, Toho Project is basically a video game, what a video game would look like if a fireworks display threw up.
Now,
Somebody
what I was gonna
actually say that?
Yes, it was an actual British comedian who was, like, reviewing video games, and he did a review of Toho Project.
That's legit.
Awesome.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know what he's talking about. It's been such a while since I've seen that video.
But I'm gonna say my thing now.
Go ahead.
Spaz and I do how we make our stuff is completely reverse. Granted, he has all the panels ready, but for this, he has his text already, and well, for me, one second, I'm gonna send it to Spaz so people can see what I'm working on.
You set up the visuals first and then come up with the lines.
Yeah, you have Kamipo too, I know, Unknown.
Yep.
Though Unknown, back in the day when I used to make Gary's Mod comics, I actually used to do the visuals first and add the dialogue.
Yeah, do all
Yeah,
the
I already
things.
know what's gonna happen, so that's why I usually get the visuals first. And granted, this is better than having to do it all in Walfas. It's like, oh, here's the first panel. Here's all the text too and everything, and it's like, ugh. Okay, time to go to do the next script because I saved it onto paint.net. Okay, set up the next scene. Oh, I looked at the previous panel. Oh shit, I made a mistake. I have to undo everything. Oh, I don't have enough undo. Shit, now I have to remake that scene because I did a fucking one little spelling error.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to editing.
I'm gonna show this off real quick. Super duper action total extreme team with guns. The experiment here was to have a well-edited comic with badly posed characters. Starring Ted the leader, Fred Special Forces, Ned the sniper, and introducing Pancho Sanchez from Mexico. Oh no!
I'm racist.
Look out, team! What is it? Zombies! Brains! What should we do? I'll go get my sniper rifle. Pancho, use your kung fu moves until Fred can get his gun.
Question.
Yes.
Ow.
I want to describe steam emerging from someone's mouth in a sort of I'm about to breathe fire at you sort of way. What's a good noun for that? Describing the steam. I was gonna go with wisp, but that doesn't sound strong enough. That doesn't.
Yeah, and whisk is used a lot more in other contexts, it seems like.
Ouch.
Exhaling steam, blowing out steam sounds too much.
A volcanic plume?
Emitting.
Emitting. Okay.
Emitting,
All right.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh great! Now people in your chat are talking about Toho, Monty Python stuff. You
Hey,
know there's MMDs of that, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and the Gmod experience, I try to do every kind of editing style possible. Let's see. Though yeah, classic style editing, this style editing. Oh yeah, nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition, and we recreated the entire Spanish Inquisition sketch as it is, and it ends with me killing everyone with a sword.
Hey, Spaz.
Yes.
Sounds
You know,
like
like
Spaz.
earlier we were talking about the Danmaku fights, and then that British comedian who was reviewing the game. Well, this is what the AVGM would say if he was reviewing the game.
Oh yeah, are you like?
Game is so hard. It would actually be easier to go outside in a thunderstorm and try to dodge rain.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, like this really matters. Vic also made an AVGN thing about Toho too. And it's like perfect.
Gonna save that because I don't have the other part. There we go.
Okay, so
Shenanigans. That!
Reimu Hakare here says he had no idea you did Gmod
Yep.
comics.
before Walfas, I was a Gary's modder. I was known for the like. If you're familiar with my 2014 NaNoWriMo, Loveless City, that is what that is based on.
Mm-hmm.
He used Gary's mods for a lot of his posters.
Yep. Let's see. Do I still have any of the Loveless City stuff on here?
I remember there's Where the Zombies At. You made that in Gary's mod too.
Yeah, I made that.
I'll be right back.
Where the zombies at?
In the actual story itself, the guy who made the video, like, let's see, what was the original story behind the Where the Zombies At video that the title is based on? I'm curious.
Oh.
Hey, remind me something real quick. The traditional Shinto funeral is always cremation, right?
I think so.
I believe so.
Alright.
Or so I have read in that Manzai sketch.
Goodbye.
Okay, where is it? Where are the zombies at? Here we are. Okay, it had something to do with Rochelle.
Freaking Left 4 Dead.
Let's see, where is it? Okay. Okay. Then he began repeating spamming clips from Ditz's videos, most notably the clip from his most famous video, Hotel Louisiana, wherein the meager reporter... wherein... Hotel Louisiana is the name of the video. Wherein the meager reporter character, Rochelle, first shows signs of fear of fighting the zombies, let's see, during the opening cutscene, only for the game itself to start. Then she grabs an axe, busts through a door, then shouts in a deep and ridiculous voice, "Where the zombies at?" It is one of the most quoted. It's the most quoted gag from the video, aside from a clever remix of Jimmy Buffett's Cheeseburger in Paradise, using Coach's folk voice clips titled "Cheeseburger Apocalypse." Cheeseburger Apocalypse.
Left 4 Dead jokes, yo.
I want to see this Hotel Louisiana video if it existed. I almost want to learn Source Filmmaker just so I can make freaking Cheeseburger. No, well, yeah, Cheeseburger Apocalypse and like the whole Hotel Louisiana video. Welcome to Hotel Louisiana. We got zombies.
I actually thought that was a nod to Five Dangerous Nights that they Hinata in your little animation.
Actually, that was a nod to what is the name of that dude? There was this dude who makes like these Kitty Zero something or another. They made
Left 4 Speed.
Yeah, it was a reference. I think it was a reference to that. Let's see, Left
4 Speed.
Or no, it's not Left 4 Speed. It's let's see. Okay, Gary's mod, Team Fortress.
Grab and puke.
Yeah, it was a reference to Kitty 0706.
Yeah.
What time is
I'm
it?
back.
Damn,
Okay.
it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, already, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Akari, we're not going to use tonight. Marissa fires her Akaro, burning everything around her. Shot of the bamboo forest. Wide shot of the bamboo forest, and the character's looking on in shock. Okay, wide shot of the bamboo forest, and everyone looking on in shock. Alright, I gotta put the pedal to metal if I'm gonna finish this chapter tonight.
You can do it!
You got this.
Alright, let's hope. Okay, so then Racing and Moko tell her to hold her fire.
Moko telling her to hold her fire.
Literally.
I find that absolutely amazing.
Well,
the fact that Moko is saying it.
well, technically, Moko didn't want the bamboo forest to burn, like, help stop a fire. Even though she might have accidentally caused it. I'm telling you, it was a cigarette that started the fire. Then how come you were right next to it when it started? Gee, I got a better question for you. Who's up for fried tengu tonight? I think I'll pass.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Flashbacks to Moko's grilled bird stand video.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was secretly Tengu.
Hold your fire.
My god.
Moko's checking his people. That's a Soylent Green reference.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, I think
Don't
I'll
eat it, kids.
I think even Moko will hang a lampshade on that. Yeah, Moko says, yeah, even I switched my amulets, and if I have to tell you to stop using fire, something's wrong.
Basically.
Should have told that to Mallow. Oh, man.
These ender bitches have caused me trouble long enough!
Well, nor maybe they don't think so.
They keep taking all my blocks.
Maybe they think they could do better.
Wow!
So don't bring it up.
I'm levitating.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oakley dokley.
Sure thing.
See, Marissa Kirasame, y'all are about to get burnt to a crisp. Racing in background, Marissa in foreground. Seriously, am I telling you to stop using fire?
You might want to listen to the Pyro Bird.
Hold your fire, Marissa. Okay. Ah!
Burns. It burns.
It's time for good idea, bad idea. Bing! Good idea.
Holy crap!
Holding
I
your fire.
I remember that stuff.
Holding your fire in a firefight. Bing! Bad idea. Literally holding your fire in a firefight. Sah! The end.
Yep.
Oh
man, that's quite nostalgic.
It goes
That is
way back.
Insokio logic, if I've ever seen it. Die, Enderman!
It lacks common sense, so, you know?
Bing! Good idea. Using a spell card in a boss fight. Let's see, let me think of a boss theme. Do-do-do-do. Bad idea. Using a spell card in a real boss fight. Tim, you're fired! Someone call the police!
Puns!
The end.
Puns.
You guys know about good idea, bad idea, right?
I do.
Go
From Animaniacs, which they're apparently bringing back.
Yeah.
Oh, my,
Oh,
really?
God.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Just like
Hulu.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, I heard about that.
We better not speak the name then.
Let's see, I think I was like 23, 24 when the station wagon started.
Mm-hmm.
No, 24, I think. Something like
You're
that.
almost 30.
Yep, old man Spaz.
Still young.
I feel pretty old now, too. Oh my god, I'm 26. That was nuke when the just wagon started.
I just turned 22, so... Well...
I feel old.
Technically, it's all a state of mind. I know I know the elderly who like get into drag races with their motor scooters.
I said I feel old. I'm not acting old.
Technically, doing motor races is still, I guess, the mindset of being young.
Yep, and of course pranks and stuff and all that sort of thing.
Oh, hey, they're keeping lively, I suppose.
Yep.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, so let's see. Y'all are about to get burnt to a crisp. Let's see. Raisin and Reimu. Marissa burns all the yokai. Everyone's surrounded by a wall of fire. Let's see, but we've already established everyone's surrounded by a wall of fire.
Very much established. Fire.
Okay, I guess we'll immediately go from Raisin and Reimu to Sakia confronting Marissa.
Marissa, I hope you know that everyone's on fire!
Well, you know what they say. This is a job well done.
Boo! I now have an item called Concentrated Hellfire. Speaking of fire.
Everything's on fire.
Everything's on fire today.
Well, if you use it, then it's unconcentrated hellfire. You know, kind of like what Marissa's going through right now in this comic series. Personally, I would go with what Morrowind does and get the Scroll of Fiercely Roasting.
The Scroll of Fiercely Roasting. My god, woman. Yes, I called you woman.
Well, everybody calls me Maiden, so whatever.
What? You must be new, I hear. More concentrated hellfire. Marissa, don't touch.
Must touch the fire.
Oh, come on, Marissa. You know what happened last time you held the fire.
Well, this time I got fireproof gloves.
Oh, come on, you're not Mustang.
God damn it, Marisa.
No, we already have a guy for that. Speaking of which, who took my pistol? Oh, I ate all.
Nora.
What?
If you go proper Yuka mode, does that mean you're dual-wielding double-barreled shotguns? And calling it your double spark?
Not quite what I was getting at, but okay.
Hello.
Hey, man.
No, we already have a Roy
Vinny,
Mustang.
Fair enough.
No, wait, it wasn't many.
Okay, so I think I'll combine the Sakya panel with this one, so they're all three of them. Okay, Marissa burns the ground on all the yokai.
God damn it, Marissa!
Burn everything.
God damn it, Marissa!
I thought that
You
was
had
Raymu's
one
shtick.
job. One job.
I thought that was Raymu's shtick. Hack sign, burn everything.
Marisa.
And yes, Xavier,
Ha ha
we do
ha.
need
Force canned sitcom laughter.
The question is what ending? Oh wait, you chose the first ending. Okay.
That there is no answer?
I don't
or...
want to repeat what I heard somebody else said. I misheard somebody in a terrible way.
Well, I'm leaning towards the there is no answer. And yes, Xavier, we need to hang out more. Okay, Marissa is trying to get us.
Is it bad I imagined a guy in a wheelchair with psychic powers?
Professor X.
It's like a retired Pokemon or something.
I was thinking of a very different Xavier.
Uh-oh.
Ramash, funny you mention that. In the second stage, Marissa does do the get some thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
Full Metal Jacket.
Wait, somebody's username is Grumash?
Ramash.
No, Ramash.
What are you, a goblin god?
Hey, wait a minute. Nora, you said that you imagined someone in a wheelchair with psychic powers?
I heard the
Yeah.
banana man was here.
Xavier says I have psychic powers too, Nora. Oh my gosh.
What?
It's great because I didn't notice this, but in the related videos there's a grandmother with an automatic rifle in a wheelchair. I have to take a screenshot of this. I'm not even joking. It's
that falls
real.
under the category of I am like.
Well, context. It's
What?
terrifying.
I have no idea what this is into, but it's probably one of his fetishes.
It wasn't even recommended. It was just YouTube being weird.
I'm sorry. What?
Sky, you pervy
Where
little
come
butt.
from?
It is his fetish.
Sky, you pervert!
I am maybe
Double.
God dang it, Skill.
Gosh darn it.
Gersh darn it.
Alright.
You're a rubber
Ready.
ducky.
Sing it in the live stream chat. Let's get after it.
What?
Oh dear.
Earth
Where
magic
did my
bit-
brain go? I think I just dropped
Here
my
you go,
brain.
guys.
This is
Turbo
going to be a
Granny.
badass frame right here. It's
Oh boy.
It's an over-the-shoulder shot of Kagero looking at Marissa, who is holding her Akero at her, and the entire forest is burning around them. And she says, according to her in-game dialogue, "That fur looks like it's gonna burn nicely."
It is.
Poor little Wolfie.
Yeah.
Nora, the
It is
worst
going.
part is it's basically what follows in Marissa's in-game dialogue.
I know. Poor,
Oh, man.
poor little Kagero.
I know. Humans are scary. That's the conclusion
Humans
she
are
came
bastards.
Kagero, no, you poor little Woofy. Do not hurt the precious. Ooh, another ender staff? Cool.
I'm gonna go watch some anime that is Garden of Sinners, so I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
to. Take care.
Alright, so let's see. Where's that picture? Ah, here it is. You will laugh till you fart.
Yeah.
What the fuff?
You see what the crap is wrong with YouTube?
And it looks like an old German submachine gun.
That's an
Yeah.
MP40.
Yeah,
That's an
oh my
automatic
gosh.
rifle.
Yeah, I knew it was an automatic rifle. I just didn't know what
No,
type.
that's not an automatic rifle.
Why
How's
not rifle?
That's a submachine gun. It
alright.
shoots pistol rounds.
Fair enough. But yeah, that channel, it makes cheap content like that all the time. They started out making cat videos.
Okay,
That would explain why you know about them, because cat videos are nice.
Well, they were way back in the day, Nora. Yeah, I watched cat videos back then because cats are hilarious.
Everybody loves cats. Especially cats.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Never mind.
They love
Okay.
themselves, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
I did it.
Oh, yes.
I bought the computer.
Oh, cool.
It's gonna be coming in about a couple weeks.
Yay.
Is it
Hi,
16
Tia.
gigs of RAM?
And
Wait,
also,
Hi, Nora.
Wait.
oh, let me turn it up for you so you can hear him.
Wait. HTF, you got a new computer?
Yeah, that's 16 gigs of RAM and an i5.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
HTF. How's it going?
Well, as long as
Congrats.
you can keep that thing cool, you're good.
Yeah, nice, Tevin.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll run hot.
Well, it's a Dell Optiplex.
Cool. You
So
can
it's
do
built
things
to
like
last.
After Effects on stuff like that.
Hey.
That kind of RAM.
So I guess I'm gonna get that in. I'm gonna set it up and everything. It's gonna be great. I guarantee it.
I look forward to it.
Hooray for the Kappa Dappa.
Thanks.
I can send you a bunch of music if you'd like.
Okay, well maybe later. For now,
Of
enjoy
course.
Spaz's stream because Spaz knows what he's doing.
He's making
Yep.
awesome shenanigans in this comic.
Lots of fire.
Shenanigans.
And lots of fire.
Yeah, shenanigans,
Lots
like growing a
and
giant taco.
Tacos?
Yep.
What?
Legend of Derp.
Tacos.
Fuck?
Tacos! I want tacos.
Yeah, it's a real thing that happened in a comic series,
Yeah.
man.
Yep, Legend of Dirt.
Oh, I remember that one.
See you guys, get back to my room.
See ya.
Okay.
I remember the giant taco, and I'm just like, 1 in 50 things that just don't make sense to me.
Mini and the
And
giant
I'm not
taco.
sure.
The craziest thing about the whole thing is that Tom and I managed to make a logical explanation for a randomly growing taco and then incorporate it into being like the pivotal part of a story.
I'm back.
Hey, Spaz,
The
I
Shingo
gotta
incident
go,
was
so I
ridiculous.
won't be available for the rest of the stream.
Alright. Yeah, I may
Alright.
have to jump out soon as well.
All right,
It depends, though.
Bye.
I'm back, by the way.
welcome back,
Hey,
Dad.
Deb.
Bye-bye. I mean, hello.
Caught you
I had
when
to
you first
discuss.
joined.
I had to
Don't
discuss
know,
serious
don't
real
know.
life. That
Shit!
one. I'm good now.
Oh, okay.
Shit, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. Fuck!
Makuta, what are you doing?
Playing a game. I don't know what, but
Sorry.
What was I with the same?
I was
Okay.
playing Fire Emblem and trying to avoid getting attacked by an enemy, and I failed miserably.
didn't end well.
The enemy. Basically, I ran into an enemy encounter with a dragon that I have no idea how to kill, so basically that's the, okay, just reset because you are not killing this thing. I've officially hit the I have no idea what the fuck to do next point in this game.
Requires a lot of tactics, Fire Emblem.
Alright, now for Saki to get badass in a second.
Aw, yeah.
All the Pokemon going on in the U-Haul.
Oh dear, Pokemon. The Pokemon have invaded!
It's about like it's the dialogue. It's like, I don't like battling. Let's battle.
That does seem very incredibly ironic.
Yep. Welcome to Pokemon, I suppose.
Welcome to blah! Ow. I just got flung in the air.
Oh man.
Welcome to Pokemon!
Welcome to oh my gosh, no!
Pokemon! Gotta grace them all. Pokemon!
No. Did not see me. And what's that?
Meow.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's me.
Shh. Wait, oh! What? What? Nora, what is so funny?
Just the way you said that was silly. Don't worry about it. You're...
Oh, that's nasty.
Makuta. Ramesh is calling you out in chat. It says, please at least tell me permadeath is turned on. That's the true man's way to play Fire Emblem. It sounds like he
I
saves
always
scum.
put permanent. Only game I have used anything other than permadeath on in is Fire Emblem Warriors, and that's because Fire Emblem Warriors can be bullshit at times. Like, beyond Fire Emblem 5 levels of bullshit. Game I have played casual on. I played classic in every other Fire Emblem.
Cool.
An insult. That vein over my own. Should I just stop talking at this point?
I don't know if Ramesh is getting all that. He's talking about something else now in the chat.
Whenever I
Talking about
hear
the
that
War
guy's
End,
name, I think of D&D.
I think of mashed potatoes. Ramesh says he's never tried Warriors. Is it any good? I think that was addressed to you, Makuta. Well. Sorry.
To be looking. Oh, you.
Okay. Makuta.
Listening. Where is he?
He's in the live stream chat. Spaz's live stream chat.
Stream chat. Why didn't I think of the live stream? I'm.
Not the Discord
Right.
live stream chat. His YouTube live stream chat.
Where is the live stream?
Here, let me get you a link. Zoop, badoop, and
Zaboop.
I'm clicking.
bam. There you go.
I'm already. Really?
Well, you have the link either way.
The link in the live stream chat.
Well, you can find the live stream chat on the live stream page, my friend. Ramu and Rayson just yelling at Marissa.
If Ramu and Rayson were a ship, it'd be called Ray Ray.
Interesting.
That's one way of putting it, I suppose.
And their child will be named Moon Moon.
Let's see. Xavier, my Discord is... Let me go online.
Spaz.
Yeah, it's still Spastic, but there's like a number. 3298.
Yeah, it gives you a ID number for your user tag. I have the numbers 98 in my user tag, so I'm happy. If I could customize it at all, it would totally be PC98. I misread that when I tabbed back into the stream, Spaz. I saw it said Marissa Ferns at Kaguro.
Huh.
Firing ferns.
Throwing potted plants at her.
It's weird how that's the thing that I got the image of like a potted plant with a witch hat on it.
Oh.
A potted plant with a lich. Ow.
W-A...
It's great, honestly. She ran out of fire, so she started throwing the forest at people.
Now, if that's not a forest fire, I don't know what is.
Ugh.
Okay, now I gotta rearrange this thingamajig so it fits.
Thingamajig! Yeah! Thing-o-majigga! That sounded really silly.
Yep.
It sounds like a dance.
A thingamajig. A
Yes.
thingamajig.
A little jig.
It's not just a jig, it's a thingamajig.
I like it! Diz, you're a genius!
No, I'm just a dork.
Incredibly! But you're a genius, too.
Thanks, I guess.
Thanks, I guess.
Hey, does the term puddle of mud make sense?
Yes, that's an
Yeah,
band, and it's also a puddle of that contains mud in it.
Okay.
Yep. Could also say that, but if you...
It becomes mud in the first place because, you know, water.
Wada Nohara. Wada Nohara.
That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time. Kind of
Before the
forgot
dark
about it.
times. Before the dark times.
Yeah, honestly. After what the whole series creator went through, like on Tumblr just alone.
I feel like you could accurately describe 2018 just by using Star Wars quotes.
I mean, really.
Just sitting here beating Netherrack with my fist.
And yes, Xavier, I know about the, well, I've read the first couple chapters of the Wadden Haro manga, and HDF owns a copy of it. I remember when it was first coming out on Pixiv.
Yeah, I do too. I remember that was like a huge announcement and everything. Very
You just reminded me.
popular.
I gotta read my Forbidden Scrollery. It's been sitting here.
How is the manga compared to the game, Spaz? I haven't actually seen it yet.
Well, I know the opening is very similar to the game, but I haven't read the rest of it, so I need to finish it.
Understood. I just want to know if they're any different narratively.
I think it might change a little.
Hey, Spaz.
Yes?
What time should I bother you for the dragon thing today?
I don't know. It's still 8:30 on my end, so, I guess we can probably close out the stream if I get farther enough with that.
Get things done in time and stuff.
Yep.
Stabbity.
And Xavier's just going on about how Sal isn't a bad guy.
Oh no. Don't trust the freaking dolphin.
Don't.
Dolphin?
He's a salmon shark, but I like calling him a dolphin.
Everybody and their mama does.
Silly Spaz. Dolphins don't exist.
In the words of that one video, what the fuck are you, Sal? You're like a dolphin shark salmon thingy. I'm gonna call you Sally.
Sally!
Sal did nothing wrong.
Yes, that one.
Sal did everything.
What, Nahara, I got the Doki Doki for you. What does that mean? Why the fuck do you sound like Elmo? Let Sal explain it for you. Where are you? You call, you piece of shit? Look here, fucker. Tell her how I feel. Tell Nahara how I feel about her. Oh, he wants to bang your brains out. Wow! We can't do that, Samakichi, because you're a fucking shark.
Actual fuck.
I also love the one video
swag.
with the whole tentacle boy. I forgot his name.
Oh.
Where he
Is
tells
it like the octopus?
The octopus, where he tells Samakichi, you have to be attentive to what Nahara's needs.
Fukami!
Yes, Fukami, where
Yes.
Fukami tells him, you have to be attentive to what Nahara's needs. She doesn't need shark claspers. She needs tentacles.
Oh.
Ew.
I think Xavier wants a link to this.
Okay, let me, let's see.
What the hell are you talking about?
Wada Nohara!
Parody videos.
I got your Samakichi swag!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
No, Nora heard me say that.
Yeah, videos by Cine Uvu.
No. You need to get the voice right. You don't got that Samakichi swag.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think I can show it off, but because it's YouTube and all that. But just look up "Sal did nothing wrong" and Samakichi's swag.
Yep.
Let me with your shark claspers.
Shark
Bye,
whining
Sally.
ensues.
I'm gonna get Samakichi to show me his shark claspers. Shark Sal whining. Sal did nothing wrong. Alright, so where were we? Got distracted by shark claspers. And tentacles. Okay, Saki and Marissa clash in the burning forest.
Ah, I'm being attacked by little cubes.
Minecraft?
Yes.
Come on, Nora. Don't be a square.
Really?
Diz,
You want to know what's great about that saying? The entire is based on a pun. You want to know why people say "don't be a square"?
Why?
It's because they don't get around.
Oh. I've heard that phrase for years, and now I know what it means.
Yeah.
I wish you all could see me face palming.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I didn't make that one up. my goodness. When I found that out, I just laughed. It was great. Honestly, it just makes sense, too.
Oh, speaking of puns, Diz, you saw what I posted in other creations, right?
Oh, I haven't checked it recently. I might have missed it. I saw a bunch of Virgin Hill Killer Club stuff, but
Let me see if I have it right here. Yeah, here it is. Alright, it's Hibiki, the emotionless stoic girl, who goes, "Look, it's an orange on an aluminum can. Will somebody tell me if this joke works in English?"
Oh, I'm not familiar with the origin of that, but let's see.
Alumi ken no we ni alumi mikan.
Oh.
Look, it's an orange on an aluminum. Jesus.
Ow, I died.
Oh yeah. I'm uploading a daily 4 commas for VKC. It's like, listen, idiot, the VKC manga is hentai in the same way Doki Doki Literature Club is a dating sim. Later that night, she lied to me!
Doki Doki, a freaking...
Oh my gosh.
Doki.
That's, by the way,
Literature
Spaz,
club.
that pun is something my Japanese teacher would use. She loved saying puns.
Ah.
Oh,
Isn't that kind of common with Japanese? Is that puns are part of their humor?
Yes, yes it is.
Puns are very important to Japanese humor.
I mean, it is to mine, so I respect it.
Oh yeah, I got one more. It's not a pun, but it's still an interesting gag. Where we introduce our Loli character. I'm here to tell you about our Ask Box. Using our Ask Box, you can ask characters and stuff as the story goes on. We got our first Ask. Let's read it. Yay! Hey Spastic, you're a bad writer and Diamond in the Rough is angsty bullcrap. Please die already because the world would be better without you, you selfish jerk. Toss it. Well, not only did that not address the cast, that wasn't even a question. And this one.
Cheeto for dinner? Like, Spastic, seriously, do people still give you shit over that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Heck, they still give me shit about the Kara comparison essay. In 2018.
In my defense, I burned out all my dinner salt a year ago.
Right.
2 years.
Oh goodness.
I couldn't even remember most of it if you asked me. I just know that the character wears the hat.
Okay.
Spaztic, you want to know what you should gift those guys on Steam?
What? No more tears, baby shampoo.
No, I was gonna say getting over.
Of Johnson & Johnson.
Yep. I was about to say getting over it with Bennett Potty.
Yes.
Oh, cool! I got some fish out of that.
All right, I got one more 4 comma. Let's see. Where the guy's sister is like here to give one last warning. In addition to my lousy twin brother sexcapades, here are some other content advisories. This comic contains depictions of depression, suicide, bullying, incest, and harsh language. Reader discretion is advised. Main character shows up. Wait a minute. Did you say incest? Oh, shut your mouth, Tommy. It's not like we do anything in this story. Do we? Looks up at the banner. Why is my sister grouped with all the leading girls in the banner? Spoiler alert,
Wow.
She is a love interest. It is
Oh my god.
It is an Arrow Gay parody.
One that has a focus on comedy, nonetheless.
Yep. And there's also drama in there, too. Like, Diz, you saw the page I posted with the story of the guy's brother.
Oh yeah, I did. I even said in response to that, it brings a scary factor out of the fact that you can hear something that sounds normal, but it really isn't.
Yeah. Like, in fact, that's actually kind of based on, like, I've had, like, at least 2 friends who've committed suicide, and they, like, in real life, not online. And, like, they never give any warning, they never act dramatic about it. It's
Is
like
this really appropriate for a stream?
I'm just making a very quick point that
Yeah.
sometimes it's comes really unexpected. But go on.
Oh,
sorry, I have a mouthful of toast. 1 second.
Okay.
Diz is late for school.
Diz, don't
late
be late
indeed.
for school.
I took a whole break from school for a year, so yeah, you can call that late.
And you
Don't be late for school, Diz. Diz, why are you late for school?
Because I had too much toast to eat.
Toast
Sorry.
is delicious.
Yes,
So,
it is.
Ironically, if you study Japanese culture, eating in public is not as common as one would think, especially the toast.
Oh, no, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
In
always
fact,
thought it was a private thing.
In fact, I always thought, like, because of that, Spaz, they just carry the toast, and when they get to a safe place to eat it, they do it there.
Yeah.
It's like I guess the American equivalent would be going to school and forgetting to put your pants on. Or forgetting your entire backpack, like I did once.
Well, maybe it's more tame, like you wear your shirt inside out.
No, really,
It's not
you'll be
toast.
surprised at what a human autopilot fails to pick up sometimes when you're so
Oh,
used to
yeah.
routine. Like, you fail to notice you don't have 20 extra pounds on your back that you need to get through the school day.
Mhm.
Hi, Spaz.
Yep.
I do have a limited amount of time on the microphone, so how about, like, an hour? That didn't work.
Sure thing. It could be like a little intermission, and then I can get back to the comic.
Well, if it's intermission, you can do it right now. Like, the first chapter isn't that long. The second chapter's not going to be done right away, but I might have it done by the time you're finished with this stream.
wait, what are we talking about? I had
Tapper's
Rainbow
story.
Dragon.
Yep.
I'm writing a mailing story.
Yep.
Inspired by Asura's Wrath, Journey to the West, Fist of the North Star. Yeah, you can probably see where that's going. It has an M rating. It has an M rating.
Welcome to Tavland.
But yeah, just let me know when you want to get started. I'll toss you the link once we do.
All right.
The first chapter is only 4.2k words.
It's fun.
Second chapter will be a bit, so I'm not going to make you read both back to back. So if we break it up into like an intermission and like a closing thing, that would work better, I think.
All right.
All right, just say when.
Okay. Give me 15 minutes. We'll start
Gotcha.
at 9 Central.
All right, that'll be 7 my time.
Okay.
Someone please remind me if I forget, because I know I'm going to. Because
Alright.
I'm alternating between listening and writing.
Yeah, alright. If I am around by that time, then certainly.
You already read it, Diz?
I haven't got to reading it because, like Spaz, I'm also lazy, but...
All right, that's it. You're both on my bullying list again.
Bully, 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 bully.
Truth is, I'm actually busy organizing things, so yeah. I haven't forgot about it though. It's on.
I too alphabetize my socks. I
It's also because I am reading more than one story at the moment. I'm trying to get back into Imperfect Metamorphosis. Because everybody keeps yelling at me to read that because we're in Satsuki. And yeah.
Rin, Satsuki. Her superpower is to retcon herself out of existence. What a shitty superpower.
And it was also the Toho Darkfic before Ditter existed.
Yeah.
I thought the one Toho Darkfic was that one where the spell card rules went kaput and the Yukari was somehow Yogg-Sothoth or something.
That is in perfect metamorphosis, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh.
I mean, it goes through a lot of crazy stuff in the first place, and it's a long story, too.
Alrighty. You get down here so I can kick your butt. Ah, son of a biscuit. I hate. Wait, I can turn mob damage off.
Oh, by the way, I'm having spaghetti for dinner, and on that note, I didn't think I'd meet many people who would like meme in real life, but I went out to a restaurant and somebody had spaghetti at another table, and he said loudly in the restaurant, "Somebody touch my spaghetti."
Ah.
Oh, god dang
And
it.
it's like, okay, it's coming to the real life now.
The memes! The memes! Speaking of dinner, I'll be right back.
Not a big
I so wanted to say back, be careful, it'll make your knees weak and arms heavy. I don't think they would have heard me though, it was busy. Oh, somebody said something about mom's spaghetti in the chat.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
How about that?
Oh no. What was this?
Yep, exactly, Xavier. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Who touched my spaghetti?
Who touched my spaghetti?
God damn it.
How the fuck did you know what video I was watching?
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Oh, thank God I didn't open Pornhub.
Luigi saying you, yeah. And you gotta touch my spaghetti.
You gotta hell.
Yep.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Back when YouTube had a sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
And video editing techniques.
Oh, yeah. There were some really impressive, like, YouTube poops of CDI stuff back then.
Like there was one that edited Hotel Mario to look like Gears of War.
Mm-hmm. Another that just, like, completely self-remade the animation to look like the style of the CGI.
Really?
Yes, Xavier. My boy, this spaghetti is what all true storm warriors strive for.
And let us not forget, dinner blaster.
Yes!
I'm a sample of my Super Freeze Breath. No. Beep. Link, my boy, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh no.
Alright, how many pages have we worked on? 5 so far.
Wand of Gamelon was a work of art. Amen. It's funny because the game, while not fun to play, had a good soundtrack to it, unironically.
Okay, now for a silent part where Reimu enters the fray and lights her wand on fire and does the attack that she does from the games.
Ooh. Which one? There are many that are awesome.
Hyper Beam, obviously.
Reimu Bombe.
Fantasy Suplex, no.
At least it's not hack.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Nope.
At least it's not hack sign I win from the fighting games.
Yeah, that one thing where you light 7 of those things and dead. Here's the traitor, your majesty.
So Chapter 2 has Aya throwing a tantrum and hitting already muddy parchment against more mud because all of her notes got ruined.
Oh. Yeah, that's the worst, isn't it? Tavris, I've been there too. My cat loves to sleep on paper, even if he comes in from outside and his paws are muddy. That was fun.
Yeah, the funny thing about paper in early era Gensokyo is that it's very hard to find.
Uh-huh. Well, apparently in canon, the Tengus still have lots of it. Enough so that they just throw it away through people's windows.
I was about to say, that doesn't work in this context, but you just might have given me an idea. Thank you, Diz.
Of course. Yeah, it's mostly newspaper print and stuff. They have plenty of that, apparently, in the village. Enough, and people get enough of it, too, that they use it in practical ways. Renosuke used it to patch up the window that was broken by the same newspaper.
I feel like Gensokyo's biggest revolution would come not from an industry, but from duct tape.
You know, that would honestly make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Whoever controls the tape controls Gensokyo.
Well,
the duct must flow. The ducts must flow.
My God. The spice must flow.
Holy crap! Kanako could bestow duct tape to Gensokyo.
That sounds amusing as heck.
It's David Lynch's Duct.
Duct.
Oh dear.
It's like Dune, but duct.
Oh no.
There was a shitty Flash cartoon I watched once where a character says duck, and then the other character is hit in the face with a duck, and then he says duck in a different fashion, then he's hit with a piano, and he's like, wow, I even specified it for you. You're just stupid as hell.
I think I've seen that video. What was it?
I think so too. It sounds familiar.
Bonus stage?
Shoot, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
It was like this dumb little Flash series that capsized after the author got sick of it. It was like,
what was it about?
A bunch of morons in what used to be a video game comic.
I think I know what you're talking
Were
about.
they British?
Oh.
They didn't sound British.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, they
But it
did.
sounds familiar.
Were they British?
I know a similar one that had British guys in it.
If you tell me their appearance, I might get it, but I can't remember. It's like peak Newground stuff way back in the day.
I'd tell you, but I'm going to drag this out as long as possible, Diz.
Tav, everybody.
It's fair enough. I'm not going to be able to think of it anyway.
Yeah, if we ever ended up in sort of a supernatural world situation, pray I don't get any sort of magic powers, because I will be the first person to abuse those as much as possible.
Kill him quick.
I just
No. See, I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm just going to gaslight everyone using their home appliances, I guess. Which is arguably worse.
That's why we're saying kill you quick.
Yeah, no, if any of us got supernatural, I would be the guy you'd want to shoot first if he got supernatural powers, because I
feel like you'd be more liable to self-destruct on accident.
No, that's Nora.
Hey!
Oh, please.
I mean, that depends on our superpower.
Hey, Nora, you know how well you are with a fucking rocket launcher. Especially in Destiny.
Note to self, do not give Nora AoE attacks.
Oh.
Unknown, I didn't know you had the scroll of fiercely roasting.
The scroll of fiercely roasting.
Well, I got it after I roasted someone's chestnuts over an open fire.
Well, that wasn't a scroll. That was just that.
An open fire.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh my god, I'm on fire!
Yep.
Stop, dropping rolls! Stop,
Stop
dropping!
rolls!
The best part.
At least let me sing a song that
best
doesn't
part
have
of
to
that
deal with
whole
my
scene-
nuts.
The best part about that scene was Oku's face.
Yes.
Alright, Spaz, do you have a preferred reading platform between FF.net and Archive?
Between
Actually, I
what?
want to see how well that people like that
Fanfiction.net
video.
or Archive?
I'm a fanfiction.net guy because A, I don't have an Archive of Our Own account, and B, I was never a fan of Archive of Our Own because it's basically the same people from fanfiction.net, but they're like, oh, we're hoity-toityer than fanfiction.net.
I have no idea what's up with that. I just posted it where it was available.
Okay.
Alright, I'll send you the link now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about time anyway. Intermission?
Intermission. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Let me get a drink and a snack and we'll start.
Alright.
Be right back.
I'm gonna empty my bladder.
Okay.
Oh, I wish he
What are we
actually got
doing?
the Mountie
We're doing a
Python
fanfiction
intermission.
reading of Rainbow Dragon.
Rainbow Dragon!
Be right
Oh
back.
no.
Snack time.
Alright.
Snack time.
Well, a lot of... Well, I'm looking at the Christmas special now, and a lot of people like June. Well, congratulations, Station Wagon. We have a new character for you.
A new mascot?
A new punching bag!
It seems so.
Now we need to have a rap battle against June versus Jack Diehard.
That sounds hilarious.
No, maybe
Seems like it
that's
would
like
either be
Jude's
really
like
good or
ability
absolutely
to draw shit funny business towards him, as he put it.
Oh god, why?
I guess
don't-
if that was true, then that means the whole incident for Hopeless Masquerade was his fault.
I don't
Not
know
my
why.
Not my fault!
I don't know
Who's
why.
watching?
I don't know why, and I don't know who she would be up against, but I just imagine Choco Sora doing a rap battle.
Nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just in time for Chocosora rap battles. Also, Tav.
I don't think I could do
What's
the
up?
place for that though, because I can't.
The whole Hopeless Masquerade incident was June's fault.
Oh, yes?
It's canon.
No, it's not.
Because I speculated that his ability was to draw, as he put it, funny business towards him. That was like his latent ability.
That's called bullshit, and I don't like it. Why is everyone running? Why is everyone blaming me for this shit?
Wait.
Shut up, Q.
Wait.
How do you shut up? Stupid yokai.
Maybe it's an ability through song. I don't know.
Where is his voice coming from?
Oh,
You left the mic on.
Dunes.
Yeah, he left the mic on. He's getting a snack.
Wait, unknown is Dune?
No. No.
Okay, good. That would have terrified me.
What?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Spanish accent, okay?
I've never heard Dune talk.
You
It's more like he
haven't?
makes vague whining noises that sound like talking. Noises.
I thought that was called bitching. What's the difference?
Good job,
Anyway.
Oh,
all right.
Spaz,
This is gonna be
I know we gotta do something. We gotta have a rap battle of June versus Jack Diehard now.
Okay.
Also,
But
Spaz.
I'll have to hurry this up because I gotta be done by 9:30 because HGF needs a microphone. Then I'll
And
return.
let June sing a song that doesn't have to deal with his nuts.
Oh yeah, and Spaz, I speculated that June had a natural ability like Toho characters to draw, as he put it, funny business towards him.
It's called bullshit.
That
It's
was
called
like his
bullshit. It
ability.
usually involves me losing my nuts.
And so the Hopeless Masquerade incident was all his fault because of his ability.
No, it's
All
not.
right, we should probably get this underway.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Alright, so anyway. Author's note. Let's actually, should I read this in my voice or in your voice?
You can do your best impression of me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Author's notes. I decided one day to write a story featuring one of my favorite Toho characters, Hong Mei Ling. This ended up turning into a martial arts drama in the style of Asura's Wrath, Journey to the West, and lightly inspired by the Zai genre, which is receiving attention in the West. A few disclaimers. First, the story is amazingly violent. If the idea of gore or character death bothers you, you're not going to have a good time here. Second, I'm not even going to attempt to cover all the nuances of terminology of Japanese here. All words and dialect will be in their closest English equivalent, if possible. Third, there's more than a little bit of OC involved, both in characters and situations, for reasons that will be made clear during the initial chapters. If none of these sound like a problem, then take a seat and enjoy the fruits of too much caffeine.
That sounded very
I'm distressed at
monotone.
how deep your voice can go.
It was
That was
very
pretty good. That was pretty...
How low can it go? How low can
Nobody
it go?
knows the troubles I've seen.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Chapter 1. A wild beast appears. Mysterious fist from the far east. I was not fond of the rain. There were already dark clouds resting up against Tokyo as yokai roamed the land freely and battled one another for territory, while the humans could not fight back, were huddled together in small villages, dependent on tithes to their otherworldly overlords and few remaining demon hunters who could stand against them. The last thing she needed was the weather being literal about it, causing a downpour that made travel difficult. It was a perfect mirror for what the land had become, a land filled with despair and desperation. Where there was rain, there was thunder. The girl of 25 years sighed as she busily wrote down her thoughts on a piece of parchment. Recording the second rainy day in a row was a chore. Nothing of note had happened for the entire week that she'd been resting within this village. Right when she had arrived, a rainstorm had rolled in and refused to leave, like an unwelcome guest. And naturally, it was her job to detail every painstaking, boring little detail of it for her writings. Beyond that, the only alternative to mundane activity and boredom was chronicling the battles outside and the wars raging on beyond the boundaries of human civilization. The chore was so mind-numbingly boring that she barely noticed the pen slipping out of her hand and landing on the floor with a click against the hardwood floor. Oh, damn it. Cursing her own weakness, she knelt down to pick it up, hurriedly returning to her hand. With the red pen safely in her hand again, she let out a soft sigh of relief. Need to be more careful, she thought to herself. Her clumsy, half-hearted gesture had drawn a glance her way. The inn was...
Hey, Spaz.
Yes.
You might want to be a little less bombastic. This is a slow start, initially.
Okay. Well, starting with wars and stuff. Anyway. Okay,
Most
her clumsy,
intense
half-hearted
visual
gesture
drama.
had drawn a glance her way. The inn was resting in had been sparse on guests. The inn she was resting in had been sparse on guests, but there were two regulars that she had seen, both men. One was a dark-haired man with his hair tied into a ponytail named Shiro. The blade tucked away at his side told her that he was likely the guard for when the guests got rowdy, though he lacked the overwhelming presence that she had seen in Demon Slayers, likely just an everyday Ronin. The second was a steely-eyed man with blonde hair, an amazingly rare trait in Gensokyo among humans, clad in a suit who carried himself with confidence and an almost derisive sneer. He was Mikase Kirasame, a local good-for-nothing and general ne'er-do-well. I had written more than one paper on his many, many, many scams and schemes. Unfortunately, it was him she had gotten the attention of. Little Miss Pen and Paper having a bit of trouble, Makisa taunted, a shark-like grin on his face as his teeth were displayed. I glared back at the man. I'm fine, Kirasame, and even if I wasn't, you would be the last person I would ever ask for help, I said with a huff. Oh, scary, scary. Makisa raised his hand defensively and gave a look of mock innocence. Can't an old man offer a helping hand to a poor girl in need? Such a cruel devil from outside our humble village is trying to let me start over. Such a cruel devil from outside our humble village is trying from outside our humble village is staying in this place. Behave, Makisa, Shiro warned, a hand resting on the handle on his blade. Makisa threw his arms up and leaned back in the seat with an exasperated sigh. And here comes the noble samurai Shiro, here to slay the demon with a stern word or three. Do you do anything besides trying to impress girls with your terrible swordsmanship? Behave, Shiro repeated, venom in his voice. Makisa folded his arms and rolled his eyes, but said little more. Aya had become a bit more acquainted with these two than she would have hoped. Shiro was a guard of the inn, as something of a favor to the nameless owner. Makisa, however, was a freeloader who was banned from nearly every other inn and tavern in Gensokyo except for this one and exactly 2 others. The two almost never left its confines except for the The two almost never left its confines except for some underhanded shenanigans in the case of the latter, rain or shine, and thus usually argued with each other or pestered her over simple things. She honestly felt bad for Shiro, a simple young man who couldn't make the cut as a demon slayer, an already rare breed, reduced to acting as a katana-wielding scarecrow for a middle-of-nowhere village. It wasn't as if he was of ill spirit of character like Makisa was, simply lacking the fire and ambition his stronger peers did. Her attention shifted to the doorway of the inn as she heard the door slide open. Makisa quirked an eyebrow in curiosity while Shiro's hand drifted back to the handle of his katana. A lone figure was standing there, soaked in the rain. They were clad head to knees in a cloth cloak that was torn and fraying around the edges. There was a bit of a stumble in their step, but they walked without saying a word or acknowledging the presence of those around them. Something Aya noticed right away was their shoes, thin, almost like morning slippers, a faint jade green obscured mostly by heavy mud from the rain outside. Nothing looked appropriate for travel in the rain. Probably some poor wanderer, Aya decided before she quickly wrote down what she just saw. The nameless figure would slap down some coins on the front counter in the front of the portly man who owned the establishment. He looked at the coins curiously and then bit one with his teeth. Aya was about to return to her own thoughts when she heard the roaring laughter of the owner. "You're making some kind of joke, stranger? This money's no good here." The figure did not answer, simply staring back. "You understand what I'm saying? Take your little gimmick coins and come back when you got some actual mon," he said, slapping the coin back on the table. The stranger did not answer, but Aya's curiosity had been piqued. Quietly, she stood up and stalked on over to the front counter of the inn, looking at the gimmick coins. On a glance, it looked like the innkeeper had made a simple mistake and turned down perfectly good mon coins. But on closer inspection, Aya could see the characteristics of the corners of the coins that matched those that she usually saw, only having a passing resemblance. In fact, they looked like Chinese, she wondered aloud. Was this a foreigner? She turned to look at the cloaked figure, but they remained statue still. She could vaguely see some bangs of red hair stretching down from her hood, but their face remained obscured. Then their stomach let out a very audible growl. Aya had to suppress a soft giggle. Had this poor foreigner been wandering around Gensokyo without any idea of where anything was? Had they made a poorly timed journey into this war-torn world? How long would they have gone without food? The mental image of this mud-covered traveler stumbling about with no idea what they were doing was entertaining to her. Still, she sympathized enough that she didn't want to let someone go hungry. She took some coins out of her pocket and put them on the table. "Give them a room and some bread, please," Aya said in a sing-song voice. The innkeeper rolled his eyes and before handing over half a loaf of bread to the rolled his eyes before handing over a loaf of bread to the stranger. The stranger then snatched it away and began biting into it like a wild animal, scarfing it down like it was their last day on Earth. Aya cringed a little bit and gave a sheepish smile. Yeah, you enjoy that," she said before moving away. The stranger turned and looked at her, and for the first time Aya could see their face. Surprisingly fair features and a soft, feminine face stared back at her with green eyes. Even as they ate their food and regarded their surroundings with stoic indifference, they had lit up a little bit at the apparent gesture of kindness. It felt nice, Aya decided, even if it was just something that she had done on a whim. The stranger had finished the bread by the time she glanced back at them, before they walked off to one of the rooms, tracking mud as they went. The innkeeper growled in annoyance as he saw this before throwing a mop over at Shiro. "You, get cleaning!" The would-be samurai was sit to the face of the pole, grunting in pain and grumbling to himself before he began to clean the mud tracks on the wooden floor. What a strange girl. At least I think they were a girl, Aya wondered out loud, tapping her chin with her treasured pen. "You falling in love, Aya?" Makisa, of course, couldn't resist chiming in. "With some China girl at that? There's a spot reserved in hell just for you, Makisa," Aya spat. "Yep, and let me start over. "Yep, and if it's anything like reality, I'll be surrounded by spiteful and unfriendly women," Makisa said with a shrug before his lackadaisical expression turned to a bit more thoughtful. "She might be one of those pilgrims coming from the mainland. You know, the yokai from the Far East coming to Gensokyo before magic is totally starved out from the outside world." "Yokai from the Far East." Aya paused to consider this. "How could you tell?" Makisa snorted derisively. "What human would be willing to come to this land, much less from China?" As much of a scoundrel and troublemaker as Makisa was, he said he did have a particular insight most polite people simply lacked. It was one reason she could barely tolerate his presence, that sort of intuition that was invaluable for her writings. It did make record-keeping just a bit easier when she had more than the polite public information that she got from ordinary humans. Let's see. Okay, Ramesh says he's going to read it later. And, let's see, where are we? Then, the front door slammed back open and heavy boots stepped in against the hard wood of the inn's floor. I had jumped in her seat when she saw who it was. In the center, a woman with long, dark hair tied into a ponytail, with black plate armor covering her body and two blades sheathed at her sides. On both sides were two men donned in armor you would see on a samurai, but their symbols, one of a rose and the other of triangles arranged in a pattern, were scratched out and what looked like damage from a blade. Demon slayers, Aya realized. She quickly averted eye contact and covered her face with her book she was writing into, hoping they would ignore her. The woman would step in front of the innkeeper. Let's see. "I've heard the Maiden of Miare is in town. Would you happen to have seen her?" "Can't say I have," the innkeeper said warily. "At least I haven't seen her." He would be cleaning his mug. He would be cleaning his mug with a cloth rag. "Really now?" the woman asked. Aya couldn't see what she was doing, but she tensed as she heard her footsteps approaching. She then felt a strong arm grab her wrist and pull her up, bringing her face to face with the woman's almost serpentine smirk. Her other hand then grabbed Aya's head, holding a tuft of purple hair as she squirmed in her grasp.
Notice something there, Spaz. Notice. Purple hair.
Let's see. Do we have a Reimu here? Or who do we have?
No. You know how the text has been implying this has been Shimei?
Kanako. Okay. Right?
What?
No, just keep reading. It'll be apparent in a second.
Okay, my brain's out to lunch. Like, I should be getting this, but okay. Okay, let go of me, Aya called out in protest, her book and pen falling to the ground. Then who is this, taking notes by herself in some hole in the ground, the woman asked with a laugh. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Shiro had spoken up and quickly approached, grabbing the woman's arm and trying to pull Aya free. You should know how important she is to us, to every human being. We couldn't survive an attack without our records. Aya cursed herself. Of course, it wasn't exactly a big secret. Not many humans had natural purple hair, after all. But to be grabbed by a demon slayer like this, it made this woman's intent obvious. Let her go. Shiro, get back, Aya called out to warn him, but the swordswoman had already approached from behind with 2 larger Ronin. Sensing their approach, Shiro drew his blade in a flash and quickly ducked out of the way, a large axe barely missing his head. Where had they been hiding those weapons? Spatial techniques, she wondered out loud. Her suspicions confirmed as the second one pulled out a spear out of the air and tried to stab the would-be samurai. Shiro parried the attack with a swing of his katana before slicing the pole and pull the spear in half. He lunged forward and then jammed the tip of his blade into the opening of the man's armor in his neck. Blood spilled out of the steel as the steel of his blade emerged from the other side, the armored man choking on his own blood and the blade as his hands flailed uselessly before dropping both halves of the spear. Shiro's eyes went wide of horror as he saw the light leave the man's eyes, not used to the act of killing. He tried to pull the blade out, but his katana would snap as the blade parted from the handle, the metal of the dull steel unable to withstand the strain. Oh, gods! Shiro was stunned with both the weight of his action. Had been stunned with both the weight of his actions.
Wow, that's the only sentence fragment I missed. God damn it, that's the only sentence.
Okay.
Carry on.
He had been a simple guard, not a true soldier, and he'd never taken a life up until this point. Distraught at both this and his broken blade, he stared in a stupor before he noticed the looming shadow of the still-living guard approaching with an axe. Shiro! Aya screamed before his head snapped up in realization a moment too late. His head parted from his shoulder, an expression of horror frozen on his face as it rolled into the table in front of Aya. She felt her stomach stink as blood emerged from his neck in a steady fountain, his body collapsing into an undignified heap as she let out a horrified scream, filling her eyes with feeling tears in her eyes. I thought it was supposed to be filling. Okay, never mind. Okay, she had only known the young man for a few days, and in our case a few paragraphs, but nothing she had seen made her wish death upon such a simple youth. She continued to squirm in the woman's grip, looking on over to see Makisa had his back to the wall as the scene unfolded, laughing nervously as he saw the scene unfold in front of him. The woman's eyes turned to him as she gave a soft smirk. Any objections, Kirasame? Who, objections? Me? Nah, you seem to have this under control. Makise, please, Aya begged, only for the scoundrel to hop out of the window and disappear into the rain. A scoundrel to the end. She felt her heart sink as the woman looked at her with a smirk. A shame, actually. Had the boy actually defeated both my guards, I would have let him live. It wouldn't be as if they stood a chance against me, after all. It was true, and I knew it. Demon slayers were humans who unlocked powers by cultivating their souls and bodies to exceed limitations, to walk the line between that was normal and that was considered to be a yokai. Ones who defied the natural cycle of life and death for the sake of power. Ones who defied the natural cycle of life and death for the sake of power. They were tolerated in this day and age because of they needed to defend the other humans from equally powerful yokai. But they were, Hold on, I'm stumbling over my words. But they were meant to be allowed to run roughshed on the lesser, on the roughshed on their lesser so long they didn't meaninglessly slaughter them. They could get away with whatever they desired, and almost no one became a demon slayer out of altruism. Which meant, you plan on using me to get stronger, Aya asked fearfully. What else would I need for you, girl? Writing me a book? She asked mockingly. The heart of the child of Miare would give me the insight I need to surpass the lord of this land. Consider it an honor. The vessel of your soul becoming a meal for me will be the first stepping stone to my own glory, my ascent into godhood, she explained. Oh, is this Aku?
Her predecessor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I looked up the list of Aku's previous incarnations. The one right before her is named Aya.
Yeah.
Huh.
Also, this is happening in Gensokyo's past.
Okay.
Makisa is Marissa's dad. He's kind of an asshole.
He got
Fuck
me.
you, Mr. Kirasame.
He got me with the bait and switch too.
Alright, so that explains why explains why Aya was so young in the opening paragraph.
And has purple hair.
Yeah, I had an idea, but
Yeah, that was just kind of a little bait and switch for any Toho readers.
Yeah.
Which is, most people reading this.
But I read the author's note and I'm like, okay, artistic license. Then I get down here, it's like, oh, that makes even more sense now. Okay.
I like this idea because it explores Gensokyo's past. Not many have done that.
Yep.
Anyways, carry on.
Okay. And with 8 minutes to spare, let's see. Yes, it was true. The Demon Slayers were indeed a little better than yokai, perhaps worse in some respects. That was why she wandered and hid herself, to avoid becoming a pawn in the games they played both against each other and the yokai in the name of power. But now, her luck had run out, and because she just wanted to stay out of the rain. Please, I couldn't believe it. She was reduced to begging, feeling her eyes starting to well up. Don't cry, stupid girl. This world is not for the soft-hearted. The woman slammed her down onto the table, her already weak body hurt from the impact as she was held down by the neck. She held out her opposite palm, poised just outside of her chest as she gauged where her heart was, the very organ beating and pounding with her fear and desperation. Shizuka, the surviving guard spoke up. The woman, Shizuka, cared little for whatever concerns he had. We'll talk about what to do later, Taro. No, not that. There was a crack in the air, like the sound of a rifle going off. There was a rush of air, followed immediately after the sound of the iron slamming into flesh. The other guard's armor shattering like glass as he was launched into the air, and then hit the wall with the force of a cannonball. The rush of the wind caused Shizuka to lose her grip and be launched as well, because she caught herself in midair and landed on a nearby table. Aya rolled onto the floor and hit the ground from the sudden impact. She looked up to see the guard was dead. His head was split open like a crushed fruit. The blood splattered onto the wall like a blooming lotus, and the remnants being a mess of bone and teeth, with an eye stalk dangling from the gore. Her stomach sank, and a desire to vomit crawled up her neck, but one realization let her keep composure. She had just been saved. Her eyes drifted up to see the stranger, still wearing the rain-covered cloak, but their hood was down. She could see a beautiful woman's face glaring at Shizuka. She had steely green eyes and a sharp glare directed at Shizuka. She could feel murderous intent emanating from the foreign woman. Her stance relaxed and her arms at her sides. Shizuka looked on curiously. Another demon slayer. Let's see. Or who's speaking here?
Shizuka.
Shizuka.
Yeah.
Okay. Another demon slayer. You're an idiot for getting in my way. She's mine. Stand down, I'll let you leave her alive. The foreigner did not answer. Her only reply was quietly cracking her knuckles once and doing the same for the opposite hand. See, will you, alive, she asked, being the first time I heard the woman's voice. Her accent was thick and her Japanese was a mess. It took her a moment to realize what she was talking about. Yes, I'll be okay, I think. The foreigner only nodded before taking a step towards Shizuka. You really are an idiot. I've mastered the secret technique of space and boundaries. You can stand no chance against me. Shizuka boasted as she drew a pair of knives. In a blink, she no longer stood on the
That should be toppled table.
On the toppled table.
I missed a lot. Like, damn it.
That's the beauty of these readings. We can find stuff like this.
I feel like I need to pay more attention to the middle parts because I tend to only focus on the beginning and the end when I'm correcting.
A lot of us do that because it's so easy to like scroll to the top or scroll to the bottom, but when it gets to the middle, that's where it's like...
Fuck you, brain!
Yep.
Fuck you! No, fuck you! Arigato! Fuck you!
Okay. Instead, a foot away from the foreigner. Her dagger then cut along the woman's sides of her cloak, drawing a line of red where the exposed flesh now was. She then disappeared, being only a few feet away almost instantly. You couldn't follow it at all, could you? I can make and destroy any amount of distance between you and me. By the time you realize I've attacked you, it's too late. I can just cut your knees, your arms, your throat, and tear you apart before you can even hope to dodge. Shizuka said with a wide smirk on her face. I'll make your death as slow and painful as I possibly can. You deserve that much for killing one of my men and daring to deny me my prize. The foreigner didn't move or change her stance at all. Aya couldn't see her expression, but her posture indicated a supreme confidence or hubris. She made no effort to defend herself or prepare for an attack. What was she doing, Aya wondered. Don't believe me, do you? Shizuka appeared, disappeared, and reappeared in a blink as she swiped the blade along the foreign woman's face, opening a cut along her cheek. She was now standing across the room, licking some of the blood from her dagger. I can do this as many times as I like. It's even faster than he can react to it, as you can see. What was she doing? Was she trying to get herself killed? This Shizuka woman was obviously able to outpace her and attack her almost instantly. Why didn't she move where she was standing? Now I'm going to make you regret wasting my time. Just as Shizuka blinked out of existence, the foreigner finally moved, throwing her cloak off and tossing it to her left. She then grabbed it as the cloak slumped over a human-shaped figure, grasping it around her neck. 2 daggers hit the floor as the figure instinctively dropped them to grab at their own neck and began choking, trying to struggle free. It took Aya a moment to realize that the cloak had covered Shizuka, who was now being grappled by the foreign woman. What? She choked. Let's see. I'm tempted to give her a Jackie Chan voice.
Mei-Ling's Japanese is very broken. That's why she sounds like she's talking like a caveman.
Alright. Difference between Martial Drawer and Little Girl with Blade. Martial Drawer knows boasting about strength is also boasting about not greatness. Aya tried to make out the girl's broken Japanese. Shizuka had somehow exposed her weakness by boasting about her strengths. How did you? Cowards talk too much. Cowards waste time, avoid close contact, react badly to closeness, the foreign woman explained. Shizuka squirmed and struggled, but she could not move. Whatever technique she used required her to be free of any restraints. The technique she boasted of was likely one that she hadn't truly mastered. Aya couldn't imagine a demon slayer being put down by an elementary grapple like that. You lose. Mercy, please, spare me! I'll never hurt anyone again, please! Realizing she was in a bad position, Shizuka begged and kicked, trying to break free. Aya let out a sigh of relief, thinking the battle was over. Your words, not world for soft hearts. What? In a blink, the foreign woman's arm glowed brightly, filling the room with rainbow lights before her palm slammed into Shizuka's ribcage. Her eyes went wide with horror before she coughed up a torrent of blood, little globs of flesh and veins following seconds after before the foreigner dropped her body onto the floor, dead. Not world for you. Aya stared, dumbfounded. Was this woman another demon slayer? Had she saved her life out of the kindness of her heart, or was she just hoping to use her like Shizuka was? All she could do was stare into the woman, clothed in a green dress uniform she didn't recognize, caked in blood from the now-dead demon slayer, would walk up to her prone form. Aya struggled to say something. The woman answered first. Mei-Ling Hong, my name. Aya. Mei-Ling repeated as she moved closer to the terrified girl. Seeing her up close, everything about her posture and stance felt wild, uncontrolled, like an animal struggling to act like a person. The walk she walked was stiff, unrefined, a complete contrast to the calm discipline that she demonstrated in using martial arts. Despite this, when she was just standing just a few away from Aya, she pressed a fist into one palm and bowed. Thank you for the meal. All Aya could do was stare, dumbfounded, up at the blood-soaked stranger. Where there was rain, there was thunder. Not half bad.
Not at all.
It has a very Western feel to it. Like Wild West kind of Western, but with Kung Fu, as you said.
Yep. Those tend to be my favorite genres. There is some spotty grammar in the middle. This was basically a caffeine story. There's going to be a bit more exposition and establishment of the premise in the second chapter.
All right, but still, it's off to a good start, and it's okay to have like sloppy grammar at first, like just to get it done. Then you can
it's a rough draft.
Yeah, and then you can go back and edit it. But still, it's good.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Right. I do have a work in progress, the second chapter, but we can probably do that once you're done with your stuff.
Yep. But anyway, I need to take a break real quick. Gonna get HTF a microphone, and I'll see you guys in an hour or so.
All right.
All right. See you later, and thanks for the story.
Peace.
No problem.